Today, you're going to learn how to make peanut butter choc chip. This drink was super popular in my shops, and if you're a fan of chocolate and peanut butter like me, then you're gonna love it too. Think Reese's peanut butter cups. This drink was part of my Milky choc chip range. And the best thing about this recipe is there's not actually any peanuts in it, so you don't have to worry about any cross-contamination of that allergy in your shop. But if you're making this at home, you're more than welcome to use actual peanut butter. I'm leaving out the tea in today's recipe, so then that way children of all ages can enjoy this amazing, delicious beverage. But I'll be sure to put the tea recipe and the normal recipe and all the ingredients in the description below. So, let's get started. First, we're going to blend up our chocolate chips. We want them to be a really nice fine consistency so that way they can easily go up through the straw. I tried both dark chocolate and milk chocolate over the years, and what I found is that milk chocolate gave the best results. If you're making this drink at home, then just a handful of chocolate will be fine. But of course, if you're making this for your shop, you'll be blending it in a much larger batch and keeping it in an airtight container. Little ninja trick with the chocolate, especially if you live in a warmer climate, be sure to keep it in the fridge before you blend it. That way, while it's blending, it won't get all weird and clumpy. This is perfect. It's not too fine where we're blending it in the drink or anything like that. It's just fine enough to where it will easily go through your straw. Next, we're going to make the actual drink. So let me go over real quick some of the products that we're using today. So we have chocolate powder and creamer powder. Now, these are the type of powders that you would actually get from a bubble tea supplier and/or if you have like an at-home type kit. That's the type of powders, creamer powder and chocolate powder. Today I'm using fructose powder, which you can easily find online. However, if you're a bubble tea shop, you'll probably be using fructose syrup, and again, I'll put that conversion in the description below. And last but not least, peanut syrup. This is the type that, you have those brands like Monin and 1883. So this brand is called Amore. It's not the type of product that you would get from a bubble tea shop supplier. It's actually a product that you would need to go through maybe a coffee shop type website in order to get this product. So this is called peanut butter syrup, and it's just, really liquidy. I tried a lot of different brands when it came to peanut butter syrup, but I found that I really liked this one the best. But this brand is regional, so you'll just need to do a little bit of experimenting for wherever you are or your shop is located to find a peanut butter syrup that you like. And bonus, if you can actually find one that tastes good and doesn't have real peanut in it. I've got my teaspoon for my fructose and a brown spoon for the other ones. Now, this is an industry standard brown bubble tea scoop, and it's just over a tablespoon. So let's begin. First, we're gonna do 2 brown scoops of the creamer powder. And next is 3 brown scoops of the chocolate powder. It's super important to make sure that all of your measurements are very precise. So for example, with the scoop, you want to make sure they're always flat scoops. If you do this every time, your results will always yield the exact same flavor and consistency. Next is the fructose powder. We're going to be using 1 flat teaspoon, especially because this peanut butter syrup has a little bit of sweetness in it. We don't want this drink to be way too sweet. But if your peanut butter syrup is super, super sweet, then consider omitting the fructose completely. In syrup form, that would be about 7 milliliters of fructose syrup. And lastly is 14 milliliters of the peanut butter syrup. Now I know that this pump gives 7 milliliters, so I'm going to go ahead and pump it twice. And there you go, 14 milliliters. Next, we're going to add 150 milliliters of hot water to our shaker and stir it really, really well until everything is combined and dissolved. For this 350 milliliter beverage today, we're going to go ahead and add ice all the way to the top and give it a really good shake for about 1 to 2 minutes by hand. less than a minute if you've got our shaker machine until everything is really well combined. The ice started to melt, it's super, super cold, and there's a really nice condensation around the outside of the shaker. Next, we want to prep our glass. Now, technically the best way to have this drink, in my opinion, is in a bubble tea cup with a seal. Shake it up really, really well, either before yourself or your customer drinks it, making sure that all of these chocolate chips are mixed nicely in the beverage. Pop that straw in there and drink. However, for today's video, we're gonna make it in this glass. So I've got some chocolate syrup, ideally super, super thick kind of chocolate syrup that really sticks to the outside of the glass, gives it that really cool effect. And then of course, our blended up chocolate chips. So let's get started. And just a really good big old scoop full of those blended up chocolate chips. And then strain the drink into your glass. And like I said, before you drink it, make sure you give it a really, really good stir, or if you've got a cup with a seal, shake it really well. Let's give it a try. I think for today, I'm gonna go for an orange straw. Can't wait. Oh. So good. I haven't had this drink in so long. It is amazing. Like, wow, 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 wow. It's like drinking a Reese's peanut butter cup. You've got all of that kind of semi-crunchy, sweet and savory happening with the chocolate, and then the undertone of the peanut butter in the background. It's nice there. It's really present, but it's still kind of peeking through. Really, really good flavor. A few of my favorite toppings with this drink would be either boba, aka tapioca pearl, or if I'm going for popping pearls, then strawberry or cherry would go really well with this. I'm looking forward to you either trying this recipe at home or potentially adding it to your bubble tea shop menu. Thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time, your comments, your likes for the YouTube algorithm, and you as a subscriber. Please feel free to click that notification bell so you don't miss out on any future drink videos, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.